everybody. This is a big experiment in going live horizontal, and I'm going to see what happens. I don't even remember. I'm looking at, as I look at the screen, I realize that I'm looking at the wrong side. So sorry, I'm going to try and pay attention to you guys. But today I am going live to talk to you about a fancy fold card. It is in honor of the Queen. I have so much respect for her. A lot of us have respect for her. I was talking to somebody today and we were saying that it's almost the equivalent of when JFK was assassinated, which I wasn't alive for. It was a year or two before I was born, but still, it affected the nation just like it's affecting England. It's a profound loss. So I have a fancy fold card and I'm going to use the cup of tea paper. I am going to try this. It worked much better when I was practicing with my friend Cindy, who is a technological wizard. When I do it, things don't work out so well, unfortunately. But every time I'm looking at the screen, and I'm not sure if I'm looking at you or not. The camera's over here, so I'm thinking I'm looking at you, but I apologize if this is a disaster. But I'm also going to try going upside down, and sorry, the dogs are barking too. I'm going to try going from over top. So we're going to see how that works. No guarantees. This might be a total disaster, and if it is, I will post to the page my card and the measurements. But what I want you to do is when I'm making the card, if you like the measurements, if you like the card, I want you to subscribe to my newsletter, because I will give you the exact measurements, the recipe card, so that you can make this at home. And it's a lovely card. You're going to love it. But the other thing I want you to do is just make sure you like my video and share my video. So let's see what we're going to do. Obviously, things are, I think I've already gone backwards so that things are going to be right side up. But I'm going to flip upwards, and then we are going to try and hopefully flip the camera so that you can see down. So here we go. And I apologize, I really do, if you get dizzy. Oh, thanks, Judy. She's calling me a rock star. Coming right from the horse's mouth, she's the obvious rock star. But anyway, here I'm going to flip up. We're going to try this. We're going to see how this goes. And since Facebook isn't cooperating, I'm going to do my best that way. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here is my thing. We're going to go like that. Nope, we're going to go like that. So this is me over top. Yes, okay. Here we go. We're going to see how this works. Okay, so I've chosen my paper. And I love that I can do this because I'm actually going to stand up, and that's how I stamp. I love to stamp standing up. I don't know how people stamp otherwise. So let's bring this down. Oh, hi, Joan. We're going to see you in a little while. I've done a lot of the cutting and scoring, well, the cutting already, because I have my celebration tonight, and I have to get ready yet. So I'm very excited about that. Okay, so I've already cut my paper. This is Gorgeous Grape cardstock. It is cut at 5.5 by 11 inches. Now, that's not your normal card size. Your normal card size, of course, would be 4.25 by 11 inches. But when we close this, the 5.5 inches is going to be the size that fits in the envelope. So you're going to see this in just a second. Okay, here we go. I am going to make 3 score marks on this. This is a triple fold card. We are going to score it at 9 inches. Nope, at 4 inches, I'm sorry. Already starting off with a bang. 9 3/4 inches. And then, because I like to make sure that when I score and when I fold my card, my bump, my mountain is in the middle, I like to do the score lines appropriately. So the last score line is going to be at 7 inches. And then we are going to fold this card. I've got my bone folder here. I actually can move my scoreboard out of the way for a while. Okay, so we're going to score this. We're going to burnish on the score lines like that. And my last score line is going to flip like this. And this is the front of my card. So this is really kind of hard to see for me, but I hope that you can see it. this is actually really good because now I can make sure that I'm in the camera. Cool. Okay, so this is fun. And now I can see your comments too sometimes. So this is really, really cool. Just, it might not be the best start to it, but anyway. So like I said, I'm making this fancy fold card, and this is the cup of tea paper. So here, what I'm going to do is, this is the first one. Oh, I actually do like that back, but I wanted to do the teapot because I wanted to be obvious. You know, the English, they love their tea. And actually, I'm Dutch and I love my tea too. With my parents when we were growing up, 3:30 was tea time. Always. So, okay, so this is the standard mat for a card. It's 4 by 5 1/4 inches. All of these designer pieces of paper and the white cardstock, they're all have in common that they are 5 1/4 inches. Because like I said, the full-size card is, the height is 5 1/2 inches. So we've got 4 by 5 1/4 inches. And then I'm more nervous than usual because I'm hoping this is going to work out well, but which is why I'm shaking a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, this is 2 1/2 inches. Basic white cardstock, 2 1/2 inches. I could stamp a sentiment here, but I didn't choose one, so we're not going to stamp yet. We're just going to put that there. And then inside the card, that's where you can write your message to your people. Now I have another piece of designer paper. This is also 5 1/4 inches by 2 1/2 inches. And that's going to go right there. You can kind of see that I've chosen the colors carefully. The reason I chose the purple, if I didn't say it, was because it's a very regal color, I'm thinking. There we go. Okay, we still have 2 more folds here. We've got this fold here, and then we also have this fold on the front, because you're going to see this fold in the front as well as when you flip it open. So I've chosen 2 more pieces of paper. And what I think I'm going to do is use this green stripe. And I find that when I do long strips, that I like to have my stripes go horizontally. And what you'll see is this is the same paper as I'm going to put on the front. So here we have this. So this is 5 1/4 inches by 1 inch. Let's do it. Oh, my dogs. There must be people walking. And normally I could ask my son to watch them and keep them quiet, but he decided to walk the lake since it's such a nice day. We have Lake Quannapowitt very close by, and it's beautiful for walking. Okay, here we go. This is going to be our last one. I hope it's not too busy. It is a tiny bit busy, but that's okay. Okay, so there we go. I love to use glue. A lot of people like seal. I am definitely a huge glue fan. Gives me time to move it around and get it in the right position. And I don't find that I get too sticky. Some people do. Okay, so now we're going to make a belly band. So this belly band, when I cut this paper, it was right. Remember I said it was 5 1/2 inches by 11 inches. That gave me 3 inches left over on the side, which means I could get 2 belly bands out of this. It's 1 1/2 inches wide, but it's 10 inches. So I'm cutting 1 inch off of the strip on the side, plus, and I'm going to still have 1 more belly band available. Okay, so this is 1 1/2 inches by 10 inches. And all you're going to do for this is fold it over. And you don't want it too tight because you want to be able to move it and remove it and get it off. I should tell you, I got this card idea off of Pinterest. I totally copied the entire thing. And if anybody wants to see it, I'm going to show you at the end where I got my idea. This, I believe her name is Mary Knabe. She's a great designer. So what I'm going to do, I cut a Stylish Shapes banner here. And I'm going to put 2 dimensions dimensionals on here. I could put more, but I'm only going to put 2. And what I'm going to do is make sure that there is one on each side of this line, so it's going to hold my band together. See how that works? It looks beautiful. Okay, we're not done yet because we're going to decorate the band a little bit more. So I have here, where did I put my green? I had a green blend that I was going to use to color my leaves. Okay, we're going to hold that thought for just a second. I have here, I've already cut my tea bag label, Enjoy, and I've already stamped my cup, my teacup. I picked the Light Orchid Oasis blend. I think that's going to be a good match for this paper. And let me get my Granny Apple Green blend. So I used the cup of tea stamp set to stamp these, and then what I did was die cut them. So you can use your mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss if you want for all of this, because they're all going to fit. I'm just going to color these leaves very, very quickly. You don't have to be picky. I do love to color. I don't know about you. Do you guys love to color? Something very relaxing about coloring, especially if you don't rush. This is only going to take a second, so I might as well do a good job, right? Okay, that's that. And then let me color. It might not be the best color to go with Gorgeous Grape now that I'm looking at it, but oh well. And this is the Light Orchid Oasis. I was thinking for a minute that I was going to use Starry Sky. Can you imagine if I used Starry Sky? It would be more blue than anything. We don't really have a good purple. The Freesia is a little bit the wrong shade, I feel like. Even though I guess I could have used Freesia, because some of those flowers in there are definitely Freesia. Sorry, if I'm going to do a good job, I might as well do a great job, right? So this is going to take me just a second to color in between all of these leaves. This is probably the most time-consuming of the entire card. So what do you think about the card so far? Isn't it a great card? As soon as I finish coloring this, I'm going to show you the card that the ladies are making tonight. And like I said, it's my celebration, so I'm thanking them for their orders during celebration. So I have team members coming too, who also qualified or promoted during July and August. So I want to thank them too, because they are all helping me towards my trip. I'm sorry I'm rambling, but it's hard to just watch somebody color without talking. But just to let you guys know, it looks like I am $600 away from earning the trip. So I'm thinking that I'm going to do an online BOGO. And if I do, I'm going to have a special group and I will invite you all to it. All you have to do is join this private group. And I will do a Facebook Live. I think it's going to be probably Tuesday afternoon because I have a Zoom call that I have to do on Monday. And Tuesday evening, I have a meeting for church. And of course, I have to tell you guys too, I'm also getting ready for my retreat, which is next weekend. And the last chance to sign up for that is today too. And did you see the great sale from Stampin' Up? My goodness, there is so much going on. Okay, so I'm going to use dimensionals to pop up my, and I'm not even sure if I sat back down, so I'm not even sure if I'm in the frame. So here we go. Let's try to do this. I'm going to put it right there. And you know what I wanted to do? That wasn't a smart idea because I wanted to take a little bit of string, just a tiny bit of our Essentials twine. I love the white. I end up using it quite a bit. I don't know about you guys, but definitely I go through the white a lot quicker than anything else, as well as the ones that look more like linen thread. Okay, I'm off the camera, but here's what I'm doing. I'm tucking this under, and I'm going to, what I think I'm going to do is I have one of our Stampin' Up! Staplers, and I'm just going to staple this to here, and we're going to put it right there. So look at that. Actually, that's not so bad, is it? I think I tied it together with this banner that is Orchid Oasis, and I think that is helping it to work. I don't know if you saw, there's a little nick out of the side of this one, so I couldn't use it for my class tonight. So I threw it away, and then I'm like, ooh, the handle will cover this up. So I think I'm going to put that, I don't know, maybe right there. It's hard to say where I'm going to put that little part of the label. Just a little bit of glue to keep it attached so it's not flopping all over. And ta-da! There we have our card. Isn't it lovely? So I did enjoy, because when you sit down and have a cup of tea, you're usually taking your time and enjoying it. So here's the card. I'm going to take off the belly band and leave that here for a second. Ta-da! Don't you love it? Isn't that so cool? Now, if I wanted to, I could put my sentiment here. I would probably also put a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of basic white on the back if I wanted to write a long message. So anyway, I did a lot of the prep work ahead because, like I said, I wanted to get ready for tonight. Oh, you know what I was thinking? I love these iridescent rhinestones, and they remind me of crown jewels, right? So we're going to put a couple of iridescent rhinestones on here yet. I'll put a couple right there. I'll do a smaller one over there. Maybe we're going to put one down here yet. And if I wanted to, I would want to have an odd number. I could put one on each side. I could add a few more if I wanted, but so these are the iridescent rhinestones. There's also iridescent pearls, which are also beautiful, but these are probably the closest to the crown jewels that we carry in the catalog, I'm thinking. So here's my card. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you everybody for watching. So let me show you the inspiration. This was the card that I found on Pinterest. And like I said, it was Mary Knabe. And if you subscribe to my newsletter, and I have a link, I'll even put it on again. If you subscribe to my newsletter, you're going to get the link, the recipe card with the measurements to this. So this one, because it's a celebration, I used the Wonderful World paper and stamp set to make this one. And this is done in pink because, of course, everybody loves at least one pink card in my class. So that's that. But anyway, so I'm not going to, am I going to try flipping back? Should I try flipping back? We'll see. Oh, thank you, Tina. Oh, yes. Judy, I love these iridescent rhinestones too. I have to say, though, I use the pearls more, which is kind of funny. Okay, I am going to flip back. No, yes, I'm going to try flipping back. Let me turn this so you see. And there we are. Ta-da! This was fun to do. I have a feeling I'm going to like, oh, my hair is sticking out. Why didn't somebody tell me my hair was sticking out? I went and took a nap. I worked last night overnight. I had a class this afternoon. And, oh, thank you, Charlotte. I will see Shirley in a little while. She is my right-hand man here, right-hand lady. I'm telling you, I couldn't do most of my classes without her. But thank you so much for joining me. I want to see, is it backwards? It is kind of bad. I wanted it so that it was going to show right side. So I'm sorry if things were backwards. That's it, enjoy. But thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next week, and we'll see how I'm going to work it next week. Facebook had better fix everything so that we can make this work. But thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe to my newsletter so you get this recipe card. And if you're in the area and you want to come to my retreat, sign up ends tonight. Bye. Love you guys.